entrepreneurs shall feel lost. And if you're, I'm very honest here, if you don't feel lost, you're so lost in your life. You don't even know. If you think you've figured it out, you haven't figured it out at all. What you are at this point is you're comfortable. That's all there is. You're comfortable in your little business. You've kind of figured out how you can acquire a couple of customers and how you run a good business. And now you're just repeating this all over again. You're talking about your business and you're doing your business as you usually did it. And basically, you're very comfortable in what you're doing. And that's why you think you figured it out and you don't feel lost at all. But you have this feeling, it's just telling me that you've spent too much time in your comfort zone. Way too much time. I've talked with so many entrepreneurs. I just have one in mind. He came to me and he had a burnout, and he probably told me like 20 times about how his business works, the manager positions, and how they bought in managers, and how this is going on in the world market situation, and that's why it's tricky with COVID and blah blah blah. He always came back to that. Like, we are having a psychological coaching situation, and then he starts talking about how this works and uses big numbers, big words, and how everything works up there. And at some point I interrupted him and said, hey, what you're doing constantly is you're retreating back to topics that you feel comfortable with. And you're uncomfortable letting go of this and talking about new areas in your life, new things you usually don't talk about because you don't feel confident talking about that. But that's exactly where we need to look at. Because keep talking about your manager positions and whatever, it's not going to make you let go of your burnout. Let's talk about things that you feel uncomfortable with. And then you suddenly start to feel more lost. And then you suddenly start to notice how much you don't know. Welcome to life. You're never going to figure it out all. If you study for the rest of your life, probably you've maybe figured out 0.5% of the knowledge you can figure out. So if you at this point feel like you figured it out, you're just stubborn and you feel too uncomfortable to go into areas where you don't feel comfortable. Yeah. So I want you to change your medium to again be the small fish in the big pond again. Because right now you're this comfortable big fat fish in the small pond. Just feel comfortable, feel like figured it out, but you haven't challenged yourself enough. And if you want to do this, and if you answer a couple of more bigger questions, how you maybe want to continue your business, what's the bigger vision, which endeavors you want to start, how to deal with a couple of emotions that you haven't dealt with the last years, maybe it's anger, maybe it's sadness, maybe it's this feeling of arrogance that you're sometimes carrying around and you notice this is not what true happiness is about, and you want to work on this, or anxiety that you're carrying around and you just feel like it's supposed to be that way. I mean, I'm just having this anxiety in those situations when I talk with new customers or clients or whatever. That's just the way it is. No, it's not. You can figure this out, but for that, you need to start feeling like you're lost, and you need to tell yourself, hey, I haven't figured this out. Let's be humble and let's work on that. If you want to do this, let's get in contact. Below the video there is a link. It leads you through a landing page. You just quickly fill in a survey, and then I call you at some point during the next couple of days, and then we can schedule a strategy call, which is a full hour conversation, just you and I. We dig into your life very deeply, and we come up with a custom strategy for you that would help you to resolve those challenges that you would like to overcome. And at this point, I can imagine you don't have severe, massive, life-threatening struggles, but you do have a couple of points you would like to work on and you would like to improve. And it would make life so much better. And if you're ready for that, if you're ready to open up, if you're ready to accepting that you're a little lost in some situations, in some areas in your life, then it might be the right time to talk. So just, again, the only thing you need to do is click the link below. Let's schedule a strategy call session together, and I'm looking forward to talking to you soon.